Hey sheep, what's up girls? You're making a beautiful little pastoral image there. This mama right here is heavy bred. Look how low she's hanging. I don't know that it'll actually pick up on the camera, but if you sit and watch them, sometimes you can see the babies bumping around in there. I bragged on these purple bok choys being more like pest free than I've ever had them be, and then a few days later I came out here and realized that the pest must have heard me say purple bok choy. Can y'all believe the amount of growth that happens here in such a brief period? It's really awesome. It's been a week tomorrow since we brought the sheep home, and they've settled in really nicely and are a great addition. I'm looking forward to the future with them. It's been 4 days since I posted a video talking about the scare we had, the UNLV shooting, and our daughter Malia being there. She goes to school there, and it was really rough, and I kind of processed that in video, and then I took some days off because I thought that I was more okay than I was. And in, sharing that video, I realized, just in shooting it, I realized that I was really just, it's not common for me to be just in such a state of shock and to not really have my words around a situation. And I just decided at that point, really kind of coming to terms with that some rest was definitely in order. We had the most gloriously lazy day that I can remember ever having yesterday. Of course, even on a lazy day, we still have to do farm chores and milk cows and feed kids. But we had a couple sick kids this weekend. Toby's class, from what I was told, there were 7 children in his class on Friday because the class got sick. The whole class did. And he was one of them that got sick. We were just recovering from that. Jackson went down, and we just decided to just stay home and do nothing. And we watched movies, and the kids set up their video games. I don't do video games. I don't know anything about video games. I've never really had the attention for them, but there is one game that I have spent an extensive period of time playing. It was 25 years ago, 30 years ago. No, it would have been, I don't know, somewhere between 25 and 30 years ago. The Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, and the kids set it up. Of course, they have the new version or whatever, and Asher's amazing at it. And so I was playing, and I was just, 8th place, 10th place, last place, over and over again. And they were like, "Mom, we feel so bad beating you." I was like, "Well, if you want to know what it's like to be beat by me, put on the N64 version." So they did, and then I just spanked them. Because apparently 27-ish years is not too much to forget how to play a game you spent a lot of time playing when you were a kid. So that was fun. We just had a great day, and I feel so refreshed today. Truly, some rest was in order. And what a good time to rest. But it's so nice to bring you back out here to this. I mean, when I rest from making content, obviously I still garden, but I just don't show anybody. This is a happy space to be in. I'm actually getting ready to replant my leaf green stalks with salad greens. They'll carry me through really till the weather starts heating up. With these, I will probably just start them in a tray with seeds, and then once they get kind of bigger, put them in here. It'll just be easier to bottom water the tray. You can direct sow into a green stalk, but putting them in trays in the greenhouse will just make it just easier to water. And then I'll move the started plants out here for salad greens. We've settled into the winter sun. It's cool and low and far away. I was noticing yesterday how the shadows on the farm and just the nature of the light is very wintry. It's just incredible what a few months can do. This space was so lush and so beautiful, and now it looks fairly barren, but in another 5 or 6 months it'll be just lush and beautiful again. So here's something Will's working on. This is a big trough of worm casting compost tea. He and I did a video, oh, it's been a while ago, and I've got a blog post that details how to do this. People often ask me like what I use to fertilize my garden, and though I do keep some fertilizers, like I like Neptune's Harvest, I keep some of these available on hand, especially for like feeding seedlings and fertilizing pots, anything where plants are going to go through the nutrition that a certain set amount of soil has really quick. I do like products for stuff like that, but mostly our whole garden grows on fresh compost at the end of each season, and then just worm compost teas throughout the year. I think this is an incredible thing for anybody to learn, simply because you can keep worms pretty much wherever you are. You can keep a worm farm if you live in an apartment with a balcony. You can have a little worm farm and you can scale it up, but you can turn a small amount of worm castings into a large amount of worm compost teas, which is really awesome. Maya and I were just recently discussing the completion of a lot of the garden projects that we're going to work on this winter. I do appreciate all of the kindness I received whenever I posted that video the other day. So many of you were just massively, just so kind. It was such a warm hug and a real sweetness. You know, I've been making content for about 6 years regularly, you know, multiple times a week. That's a while to do anything, you know, it's a good long while. And of course, people, you know, you can see that there are big numbers on the screen. That doesn't always connect in my mind to being people. Most of the time, I mean, right now, I'm standing out here on my property. I'm alone with my camera. And so much of what I do is that. It's very solitary, and I'm fine with that. But there are moments, like posting that video the other day and just receiving such an outpouring of love and concern and care and prayers and encouragement and just comfort, that it's like the reality of that number of people caring enough to watch, it just bursts through into my little world. And man, it was overwhelming in all the best ways. So thankful. Hey, Avocado. What you doing, girlie? Avocado loves the sheep. I have looked out here multiple times, and she'll just be hanging out with them. They'll lay down and she'll go rub against them. Are you a little shepherdess kitty? Maya has been doing some finishing touches on the tree house. It's been real, it's just been framed, and of course the kids played in it throughout the summer, but now he's like finishing it out all fancy. Let's come visit the girls. I've been coming out here just to spend a little time with them. They're still a little shy of me, which it's fine, I'm new. Oh, hey turkeys. Hey sheep. Hey Avocado. Hey silly. It stormed all day yesterday, and hence our lazy day, and with the storm it brought in the very cool weather. So it's going to be freezing or close to it most nights on the 10-day forecast, and then very coolish during the day. Not my favorite, but it really is okay because I have our cozy house to go into. Nothing like a cozy house. Since I've been showing you guys my crochet project, here's my most recent one that I just finished last night. This is more or less the same pattern I've been doing from Bag a Day Crochet, except for this one I did a little different and left the cuff off, but isn't that cute? I think I've done like a project a day for the last week and a half or two. I've got several things, but I'm making Christmas gifts, so I'm just crocheting away. What are you doing, Ben?
I'm making my book report.
Making your box for your book report? Cool. What book did you read?
The boxcar children, my house missing.
Cool, the boxcar children. That's a good one.
And look, I added the road.
Nice. That was creative.
And I baked it.
So with my little unplanned break the last handful of days, I completely forgot to make an announcement. Every year I host a party, a Pampered Chef party. My friend Samantha, she's one of the great moderators over at the Friends of Roots Refuge Facebook group. She sells Pampered Chef, and I host a party every year. It's been going for a few weeks now. This is where I get all my stoneware. I'm a big fan of Pampered Chef stoneware because it's made in the US and it's non-toxic. And honestly, it's really great for forgetful cooks like me because it doesn't typically burn as fast as like a metal or glass pan. It will dry things out over time. I mean, you can overcook things on it, but it's way more forgiving if you accidentally leave things in the oven a little too long. And that's going, and I know that the deadline, and I'm sure it says it on the website, but I don't know what the deadline is for holiday shipping if you want it in time for Christmas, but I know it's getting close. So I wanted to make sure I put it on a video here so that if you were wanting to order anything from there as a Christmas gift, you could. Speaking of cooking, here's a big pot of chicken and rice soup that I made today for a video over on the Farmer's Table, and I posted a tutorial video of that. I didn't have a whole lot to share in this video today, but I did want to pop in and say thank you. I so appreciate your care and concern, and I'm feeling so much better, and just, yeah, I'm gonna help Ben with his book report. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and bless you. Until next time.